Hey guys, and welcome back to a random introvert online. This is a new video. Yay. So this video is going to be about a topic that is fun-ish. It's not the best topic out there, but it's kind of entertaining to me. So everyone has the conception that countries in the West are better than the countries in, well, let's say, the East and in Africa, basically. And that is true, but it's only economically speaking. They have a better lifestyle, and well, they can afford better things, but that doesn't mean that they are happy. It doesn't have to. Trust me, I know Danish people, they're miserable. So I don't know who's making the statistics. But this video is not to shed on anyone. It's just to make a point, and that just because you're from a third world country doesn't mean you have to be sad, because our countries have a lot to show. Like, for example, let's take my country, for example. In the neighboring countries, most of us are multilingual. That means that we speak more than two languages. Because if we were only speaking two languages, that would make us bilingual. But actually, we're multilingual, which means we speak a variety of languages. Also, our schools are way cheaper than the West. Trust me, I've tried to apply places. It's hella expensive. That's like my salary for 15 years or 20 years that I have to pay for 3 years to find or not to find a job, which is, I can do that in here in Morocco for free. Like, school is so much cheaper. It's like I had to pay $10 for my enrollment, but that was it. So that's a good deal. That's a good deal. The other reasons that we should be happy that we live here is basically our country is a developing country, which means the economic potential is so much way bigger. Like, we can make businesses, we can do a lot of innovative things, and we can create businesses, and there wouldn't be as much competition. And also, we don't have people like the people in Wall Street, which means there's no one leveraging their power that much, and there aren't people lobbying other people to take down a business, because there's just so many competition that the little ones have to go. They don't even fit in there. There's no place for them to fit into. There's tons of monopoly here because some people just got to it earlier than the others when things were way cheaper. So that kind of lets them have more means of production. However, it doesn't really say that it's impossible. Things are still relatively cheap. One important thing that every American friend that I have complain about, which is taxes, taxes, bloody taxes. They complain about taxes a lot, and yeah, they should. They take a big portion of their of their income, just because they live in the country. Kind of unfair, but it is what it is. If you want to live in a great country, you have to pay great deal of money. You need the education, the roads, the in health, and all of that takes money. It's not something that you can do for free. So I'm not saying that having bad education in health, as in Morocco, is good because we don't have to pay taxes. Just wish there was another way around it. Maybe go the Canadian or the Danish way. Make healthcare free and kill all pharmaceuticals. However, we can never do that. Unless I'm president.
Who's voting for me?
No one. But yeah, the taxes. When you come to one of these countries, there's way less taxes to pay. For example, all my parents have to pay for this house is, well, they have to pay like $50 once a year. They have to pay water, electricity, gas, and Wi-Fi, but that is optional. So there's not much. The expense of living is really way cheaper here, and you can take $10 and you can buy a lot of things, like a lot of things that are necessary for everyday life. Of course, if you live alone, it's going to be cheaper, but if you have a family to feed, then well, that may not be enough. One of the important things as well is that we have a really, really rich heritage. We have everything from clothes to, I'm gonna say makeup, if henna counts, to jewelry, to music, folklore, architecture. There's just so much to see everywhere, and it's beautiful and it's gorgeous. Yeah, countries like mine are doing a really good job preserving everything because it's the tourist hotspot, but it doesn't have to be for the tourists, it's just for the people living there. And it's amazing, it's gorgeous. And we have so much to celebrate, we have so much to say that is our own, and we have an identity thanks to all of those things. And in Africa, mainly, not just Morocco particularly, there's a lot of culture, there's a lot of heritage, there's a lot of good stuff that you just can't find in other places. Like us being one of the oldest cultures out there, it really gives us that, and it's a really great reason. Also, what this continent has is that it really focuses on the spiritual aspect, and well, it admits that there's a spiritual aspect to existing. For example, in the West, people are only now starting to become people of spirituality and started doing things like meditating, like starting to eat healthy, prayer, meditation, focusing on being more in sync with nature. However, we're kind of steps ahead, and I'm not just mentioning religion. Like, people here have always focused on having a god to worship. Even before pre-Islam, people in Morocco were always worshiping something. Like, there was the god of rain, there was the god of that. Before monotheism came and paved the way, and there's also paganism, but that doesn't. I'm not talking about it as if it's something bad. I'm looking at it from a perspective that they actually focused on something that is spiritual, and they got somewhere with it. Us in this world, we need to preserve these things and to keep them alive. It's who we are. It's our memory. It should be everywhere. No one should be prosecuted for doing what they want. And also the fact that just the people have put so much energy and effort into keeping such a thing alive. It's their culture, it's who they are. And yeah, I do find it wrong to wipe out cultures and people like that. Everything needs to be preserved for future generations. Like, I'm a person that loves documentaries just for the sake of them. I just keep playing them on and on all day, and I love hearing about old cultures. Like, what if that was preserved? What if Egyptian whatever was preserved? We would know so much now. There's so much to learn, but well, someone had to wipe it out, and someone had to steal all the good stuff in there. My bottom line, my bottom point from this video is that just because you live in a country that is said to be bad, you don't have to fall for that. You can always be optimistic and look at the bright side, and you get to see that there's so much beauty around you. There's so many good things you have to celebrate in your life, and yeah, do that. And trust me, you're gonna be way happier. And like I said, we are in a developing country, which means the opportunity for business is great. Sometimes you have to be born into money to have money, but you can just be educated. Yeah, we can do that. So I'm going to wrap up this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do, and yeah, see you in the next video.